So are vertical grips the best attachment you could add to your weapon? What is going on, boys? Welcome back to the Muzzle Broke channel, and today we're talking about these bad boys right here, vertical grips. So vertical grips are a very inexpensive attachment that you could add to pretty much any weapon system if you don't mind going to jail, and I truly think they're my favorite attachment to any weapon. As you can see, I do have a little bit of a vertical grip fetish here, and I really do tend to run these vert grips on pretty much all my firearms. In my personal opinion, it really does give your hand the best placement on the weapon system, and especially for some heavier recoiling guns like an AK here, it really allows you to drive that weapon system deep into that shoulder and really mitigate that muzzle flip and recoil. And that can definitely be appreciated, especially on a weapon system like this, a 12 gauge shotgun. But even on my AR platforms, I still do run my vertical grips. To me, they look vibey as hell. It's the classic COD attachment, right? But they also really allow me to get a great drive on the gun. And also, they still allow you to kind of C-clamp most weapon systems to really mitigate recoil. The only couple nuancy things to talk about when we're talking about vertical grips are kind of legalities. So obviously, this Rifle Dynamics Quick Hatch here is not a 16-inch barrel full-length gun. And because I have this vertical grip as well as the stock, this is considered an SBR or short-barreled rifle. And if you don't have the correct paperwork and tax stamp filed, this $20 piece of plastic could land you 10 years in jail. I still usually do like to SBR most of my short-length guns, again, like the Chris Vector here, because I do really just love the vertical grip that much. And it also allows you to throw a stock on. One of the other things that I really do appreciate about the vertical grip specifically is that if needed, you could also use it to press up against a barrier to allow some more stabilization with your shot placement and your weapon system. And that's kind of a feature that's unique to the vertical grip. Although you could use something like this, a hand stop, to achieve that same effect. Now, I tried diving around in the closet to find an angled grip to do a little comparison for y'all, but to be honest, I just don't have any. When I was even in more poverty than I was now, I didn't have the money to tax stamp my gun, so I was actually running a lot of angled foregrips. And to be honest, I just didn't like them. Truly, I'd rather run nothing than an angled foregrip. It was just something about the placement of that angled grip that really just kind of made me slip and slide around, and truly, I got a better grip on the weapon without running anything. And that kind of goes both for ARs, AKs, and PCCs. So overall, I do absolutely think the vertical grip is one of the cheapest and easiest to mount attachments that you could add for your firearm to really increase your stability, reduce muzzle flip, and reduce recoil. If you have a short-barreled weapon and you really don't want to pay for the tax stamp and keep everything nice and legal, I actually would recommend something like this or a hand stop over an angled grip. In my opinion, the hand stop achieves a very similar function as the vertical grip by giving you nice hand placement, allowing you to C-clamp that weapon and really drive it against your shoulder to help mitigate that recoil. Now, as you can see, my hand's almost sliding off the bottom, and with more prominent vertical grips or hand stops, that doesn't really happen. But this handbrake here by Emissary Development still does a very good job at giving me good hand placement, mitigating recoil, and kind of keeping my vertical grip fetish at bay. I want to hear from you guys down in the comments. What's your favorite vertical grip to run, or do y'all completely disagree with me and love rocking the angled grips? I want to hear from you. Please let me know. And if you could, I would really appreciate a subscription to the channel. It's truly what gets me out of bed every morning. Thank you guys.